Please pick up, please.
Favorite light is easily the backlight because that allows you to kind of Oh, say part.
James, thank goodness you answered.
Oh, what's going on, mate? Where you at?
I don't know, that's the thing. I think I'm back at my old college. I'm so confused right now. Wait, you're not in your studio. Where are you?
Oh, I'm just in Jakarta at the moment. I've got a quarantine here for 5 days, so that ain't great.
Wait, Jakarta? What are you doing in Indonesia?
I can't tell you, mate, because if I told you, I'd have to...
Ha ha ha, say no more, James. I saw what you did to Peter Lindgren in this video, so never mind that, but I do need your help, James. Apparently, I have a film sociology test in 10 minutes, and my friend just emailed me this test questions. And get this, the entire test is on you, James Matthews. At first, I was like, oh, that's easy. I know you. You're a YouTuber and a filmmaker based out of the UK. You're a Sony Pro ambassador and work with brands like Nvidia and Adidas. But these questions are deep.
Okay.
I know these all sound so ridiculous, so I think I'm dreaming, but I don't want to take a chance and not graduate either.
You know what? Go on then. Let's hear the questions.
Oh, you're a legend, James. All right, I'm gonna try to find this classroom, but here's the first question. When filming his recent work, Sky on Fire, what would James say were the highlights of that filming experience and the lowlights?
The highlights were, without a doubt, just getting the right weather, the right environment, you know, because that particular film, Sky on Fire, was all about the environment, you know. It was about seeing that phenomenon, which is the sky being on fire when the sun is just at that right level to the point where it lights up all of them tufts of cloud, and that's quite an experience to witness. So we was essentially at the mercy of the environment, and we was at the mercy of the weather, and whatever Mother Nature gave us we had to take, you know. So we wasn't necessarily in control of that. So for me that was the hardest part. And me and Luke, the guy who I filmed, Luke Jackson Clark, absolute legend, right? I took him up to our destination 14 times to try and get the right weather. We done 7 sunrises and 7 sunsets, and we got what I would consider decent but not amazing conditions. We got decent conditions on one of those days, and that was the very final shot of the film. So that was without a doubt the low point, essentially getting up every morning at like 5 o'clock to try and capture them right conditions, you know. And when you, after like the 7th, 8th, 9th time of going up there, and you're like, oh, for God's sake, it's raining or the sun isn't coming out, that really kind of grinds you down, you know. And it was the second to last day that we got the right conditions, and when I got them conditions, it was such a weight off my shoulders, you know. So I would say that same situation was both the low and the high. Without a doubt, the hardest part was just being at the mercy of Mother Nature, you know.
I know what you mean, James. Aging is part of Mother Nature too, so I'm just gonna take a little breather here, but here's the next question. James likes to create content that's not by the book. Are there any YouTube videos James did not publish after filming, and why?
Yeah, so there is a video that I shot which I just wasn't happy with, that just never made it to public, you know. It's on private at the moment, and I'm just not happy with it. So I'm not sure if you remember, I done a film which was actually a Q&A. It was called Isolation Insanity.
Oh yeah, one of my favorites.
So that film was essentially just a film of me talking to myself. So I kind of split screened and stuck myself in twice, where I was talking to myself and I was going a little bit insane. And I wanted to make a complete spin-off of that film where I was 2 different people, and one of me was S-Cinetone colour profile and the other of me was S-Log3 profile, and we were arguing over who was the best. One's perfect straight out of camera with great colours, one needs a load of work, but the other one's got loads of dynamic range and loads of flexibility in post. And that was a film that I made which just didn't make it because I just wasn't happy with how it came across. I don't feel like the audience got fully immersed into them 2 characters. I just felt like it was very surface level. It didn't go deep enough. I didn't pull the audience in enough. So yeah, man, there's definitely been quite a few films that haven't actually made it to being public on YouTube. I do want to get better at just like posting whatever. I feel like I've recently got to a point where like I'm I won't put it out unless I'm 100% happy with it. And I think that, I don't always think that's a good thing, because I always do want to put out my best work, but I struggle to put out work that's like I'm 95% happy with, you know?
You hear that? Even if you're not 100% happy with this, you better upload this video. Okay, all right, next question. If James' favorite place in the world to film was Madeira, where is his second favorite place to film and why?
Okay, so that is a very good question. Yeah, without a doubt, Madeira is my favorite place. It's just so diverse. It's just got so many different landscapes. The weather is crazy. Like, I'm really big fan of, like, I'm a huge fan of elements, right? So like fire, water, rain, wind, you know, all of these kind of natural elements, like they're a bit of me. But second favorite place, I'm gonna have to say India. Probably it'd either be India or Morocco. So I'm gonna say India for this one. So there's a place in India called Jaipur, and in India they call it the Pink City. And everything is kind of red, so all of the buildings are made of like this red clay, right? There's monkeys in the street, there's so many colours, that like all of the street food, and you've got all of the different flowers all over the place, and the actual local people there just look so incredible. Like the place is just so picturesque, and the culture there is so different from my culture back at home in the UK, that it's just like, whoa. And you've got all of these blues and these reds and these beautifully contrasting images, and the place has just got an atmosphere to it. So for me, it'd have to be Jaipur in India. The place is, if you haven't been, mate, it is just unbelievable. If you ever get a chance to go, I really recommend it.
Ooh, I'll definitely take a note of that. All right, last essay question. How does James Matthews avoid creative burnout?
How does James Matthews avoid creative burnout? He doesn't. I'm no good at avoiding them. It depends. If I've got someone I need to deliver for, then I just grind it out, and then I eventually do burn out, because I'm quite bad at letting people down, especially when it comes to clients. I think that's my biggest weakness almost. Like, if I've got a client, or I've told the YouTube subscribers that I'm gonna do something on a certain day, like I will go and do it, and I think that's probably a bad thing. I need to just get things done at my own pace, and because when I rush things, I don't always, I give it 100% obviously, but sometimes I know there's a bit more room for improvement. Like the grade can be a tiny little bit better. The sound design can just be that little bit deeper, you know, that little bit richer. So avoiding burnout, I think this last year has really taught me that the things I need to allow me to not burn out, and that's things outside of filmmaking. So I'm a huge fan of like just nature, traveling. I'm also a massive fan of live music events. Like I'm really into my house and techno. You can probably tell by a lot of my films and a lot of my videos, I love to, especially with a low pass filter, mate, just thump a little bit techno in there. It's almost like a heartbeat for me. It's almost like the heartbeat of my scene. And without them kind of things, I've got a really good group of mates back at home, and if I allow myself weekly, monthly to go and see my friends, to go and do a little bit of travelling, to go and listen to some really good music in a really energetic atmosphere, if I can have them other life events happen outside of my filmmaking stuff, then my filmmaking stuff is so much better. I've got a much clearer head, I'm a lot more relaxed, and obviously with quarantine and with lockdowns and all that kind of stuff, that really just took me away from doing all of them things that keep me relaxed, keep me happy in general life. So when I'm happy in general life, my films and everything just flow so much better. So I think if you've got a really good life balance outside of the filmmaking work, you're gonna avoid burnout so easy.
Oh, so true. All right, it says the last section of the test is A/B multiple choice. I got 1 minute to get to the classroom, so you're gonna burn through this. All right, you ready? All right, let's go. Crane 2S or Weeble S?
Crane 2S.
Stock or crypto?
Crypto, 100%.
Ford Mustang GT or BMW M3?
BMW M3.
Energy drink or coffee?
Energy drink.
ND filter or rack up shutter?
ND filter, 100%. If you're racking up shutter, mate, I can't be friends with you.
Okay, cut. We're gonna have to shoot the whole thing with an ND filter on.
Well, that's one way to interview a legendary creator. Hey guys, thank you so much for watching until the end. And James, thank you so much for taking your time during your trip to Indonesia. If you do not know who James Matthew is, you definitely need to check his channel out. I hope this video gave you more insight into the hard work that goes into filmmaking, no matter who you are. And I hope this serves you as an inspiration to carry you through your creative journey. Until next time, guys, stay balanced, my friends. Ooh, I'll definitely take on the Crane 2S or Weeble S. I feel like I'm doing TikTok video. I saw what you did to Peter.
You got this.
Shh. I'll sing with you later.